All right, question. Is there a way that there could be any way that while I'm doing either the live or I have to put something where I have to put notes on a podcast, so I can have my theme music on here? I can't use the notes on the regular one. Anyway, and I am happy to say, well, at least in podcast terms, I don't know my regular life, but as far as podcast terms, I am happy to say that I am very close to 1,000 downloads, at least on Podbean. I don't know whether any other podcast, but on Podbean, I am like 950 something downloads. Thank you so very much for the downloads. This will be really helpful, and I can start making money on my show. Show was they set a very hard threshold to get, especially for those people that pay month to month. And I knew if I keep paying month to month, I wouldn't even get there because there sometimes I struggle without food, and I had to wind up doing it all over again. But thank you so very much, and yeah, so I am going to be finally doing my all-weighted WrestleMania prediction for WrestleMania on the 18th and the 19th, April 18th and the 19th from Las Vegas. But before I do that, the entrepreneurial contest where I could possibly get into Entrepreneur Magazine, $25,000, and a meeting with a shark from Shark Tank, and that would be really great if I won. I will be putting the information where you can vote in the contest in the description. And I just here's the update. I just barely, and I mean barely, made the cut to the round of 15. I mean barely. I was on the edge. I was 14 like a couple of days, and then I just made it from being 15, then I'm back to 14. So please, do yourself a favor. If you're a citizen of a big D country, vote every day. And the problem is, they had a system where you got to vote on the same hour that you vote. So say like if you vote at 10 o'clock a.m., you can't vote till 10 o'clock a.m. If you vote at 10 o'clock p.m., you can't vote again until 10 o'clock p.m. And then it's like you probably I don't know if you have to wait for the donation, but I'm talking about the free vote, the vote for free. But yeah, I'm still in there. Now the hardest part is coming up. They're still even getting down to the round of 10, and then the round of 5, they don't have a final four. But it's boring. Why not make it a final four? Let's talk about college basketball. It's boring. Yeah. But anyway, then they're going to have a semifinal, either a semifinals, yeah, quarterfinals, semifinals, the final. And somebody voting. It's just like I'm a survivor. I'm trying to survive. I took in the magazine's version of Survivor. Oh my God, this time I just barely made it. But other than that, thank you so much for voting for me for doing that. I really appreciate that because this will be really help the show. It really would help the show. And they will fly me to do pictures for the shoot and then also the mentor. So that would be great if I win. I got to be a finalist to be able to win, though. I got to be a finalist. And another thing that I put in my arsenal, since I can't work a regular job, I have returned to writing. Yes, I have returned to writing. Now, I haven't wrote a book since me and my late wife was together and married and happy and all like that. It's been a while since I've been writing the book. My last book that we wrote together was Winning the Battle. And it was on the podcast. It was on the comedy podcast, so that was good. That was the last thing I said. I want to see if I could probably resell that Yeah, I want to see if I can get that resold. Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I still have it. I still have it in my possession. But I have, together with AI, and thank God for AI, because with my depression, the way my depression is take all the energy. See, the story that I'm feeding into AI is still my idea. And the characters is still my idea. They just put the story together more better than I would, you know. And at least with my late wife, uh, uh, she was helping with the writing. She was helping with the idea. The Lord gave it to us and everything like that. But now it's just me and the Lord and AI. Me and the Lord and AI. Yeah. Okay, so you might have heard the podcast for the podcaster champion. My story of where a podcaster uh, Peter, who fell in love with Pierre Diamond, which is the female wrestler, and if you haven't checked it out, check it out. Please check it out. And I think it's just about available. It's definitely available on Barnes and Noble if you want to go to Barnes and Noble, and then just search for the People Champion. It's on ebook right now. It's an ebook right now, and it's very hard to do audiobook unless I would have to, somehow read the whole thing and do it chapter by chapter. But it's really gonna be hard, so I got to work on each chapter slowly if I do the ebook here. But I don't know. I probably might have to wind up doing that. So there's ebook, there's print, and hopefully audiobook if I can have the time to do that or have the strength to do that. But it looks like I have to do it on my own because you're paying just like with podcasting. It's like you're paying for the tools to podcast. You're paying for the tools to be a writer. I got to saying this, you got to take money to make money is definitely true because that's what they're making it. You got to pay so much. You got to pay for, and that's for the cover. You got to pay for to make the book. You got to pay for. I mean, because there's so many distributors, publishers. The publishers that you heard of. If you're a reader, the problem is if they don't know new artists, they will reject you at a drop of a hat. And then you had no choice but to self publish. Yeah. So, but I am returning to being a writer. At least that'll give me another outlet, to work out my feelings and work out different things. While I'm trying to, make stories and all that good stuff. All right, but I also have voice of the voiceless now. My name is the main character, of course. So this will be the first book where I ever have my own name as the lead character. He's the one that the character is the singer who was urged to run for president of the United States and all that good stuff. So, and I even used my hit song "Wedding Day" in the story too. Well, I wish it was a hit. I wish it was a hit already, but then the story is definitely a hit. Yeah. And the third story that yeah, there's so much so you got to pay for AI tools too. That's another thing you have to pay for. That's ridiculous. But there's another story that came in and I did the other day. It's inheritance to a winning football team where the daughter, okay, the father of the daughter had died, and she was inherited a football team that went all the way to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. So that's coming soon. So, so I'm back. I'm back. Maybe not better than ever, but I'm back. I was sick. Still am sick a little bit. This allergy season is terrible. Absolutely terrible. At least down here. I don't know where everybody else listens to this, but there's something going around. And it's like feeling like I had the low grade version of the flu. and that's recovering. But now I'm back to where I gotta wait days for food stamps again. Yay! Food stamps don't come to the 15th. Today is only the 11th. So yay! I gotta wait so many days without food again. Oh my god. Anyway. Uh, boy. So yeah, so I'm 15th and I'm top 15th in the contest. I gotta make it to top 10 to the top 15 before I become like a quarterfinalist or whatever kind of finalist that they have on the plan. So basically, it's Survivor, but for entrepreneurs. I'm back to writing. The podcast champion, inherited to a football team, a winning football team, and then the voice of the voiceless are titles that are coming or already here. And now, let's get back to the main event of this show. Ladies and gentlemen, I, Prince DJ, welcomes you to WrestleMania Predictions Show! And end up there called the pyro and everything like that. Oh! Speaking of WrestleMania predictions. Yeah, AEW got Jericho, so at least Jericho won't have to fight Gunter, the guy that wants to retire people all the damn time. But Jericho returned to AEW, and guess what? He brought my favorite. Well, let me put it in my sense. You want to know what happens if you make me suffer? If you want to know what happens if you make me get a cold? You want to know what happens if you want to make sure that I don't feel good about myself? You want to know what happens? You want to know what happens? And I lift up the pen. The crowd goes wild. You didn't make the list. And Dan Housen. Whoa, what a... Okay, so from a terrible debut at Elimination Chamber to SmackDown last night, he won his first match. His first match. So, congratulations to Dan Housen. He also cursed the Miz again. Also cursed Kit. That's the opponent that he had. I can't wait till the next match to be able to see Dan Housen wrestle again. And so I saw Dan Housen's first match. You are cursed. Anyway, and then the crowd there together. Oh, that was hilarious. That's hilarious. But anyway, now let's go to the WrestleMania card. That was just a side note there. All right, here it is. This is an unsanctioned match, and anything goes in an unsanctioned match. But if one of them gets very badly hurt or killed, oh boy, WWE cannot be sued. Or, well, actually, WWE and TKO cannot be sued. But anyway, an unsanctioned match between, and this is night one, an unsanctioned match between Jacob Fatu and versus Drew McIntyre. Wait, it's going to be ESPN the first hour? So really? Only ESPN will be getting the first hour of WrestleMania? Wow. So they're gonna miss that match. But now I think I'm gonna go with Jacob Fatu. I don't like Drew McIntyre. As everybody knows, his character is Scottish Warrior, but he's been a terrible heel, and so I don't like Drew McIntyre. So hopefully, I will go in and somehow Jacob Fatu will win this match. All right. So this is Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I show Speed versus LA Knight. Yeah, and the Usos. Oh God. So what is this? This is what, a triple tag team match or something like that, and they're only going to be seen on ESPN the first hour. Oh wow. But you know what I'm going to go for? No, it's not Logan Paul. Hell no, it's not Austin Theory. And hell no, I ain't going for Austin Speed, which he also been cursed too. And he had a funny moment with Austin Speed that day. Like, I missed my flight and something else started not to work, and you gotta give me Austin's curse. And then Dalhousen also raced with Speed, and somehow Speed lost. Get it? Speed lost. Anyway, uh, but uh, but I'm definitely going with LA Knight and the Usos. Definitely, that's my prediction right there. Put it in a book. Now, this one is questionable, all because Liz Morgan has been injured at the hands of Stephanie Vasquez, the evil villain who's trying to keep the title away from Liz Morgan. And yeah, Liz Morgan is a heel, but me and some other guys also have a crush on Liz Morgan. I mean, can't you blame us? But I'm going with Liz Morgan, the Royal Rumble winner 2026. Yeah, I'm going with Liz Morgan. So here are my predictions so far. I'm going with Jacob for 2. I'm going with LA Knight and the Usos. I'm going with Liz Morgan. All right, and now I am. You already know I'm not going with Gunter, who just a few weeks ago attacked Seth Rollins instead, and then all of a sudden now we got a WrestleMania match. When they could have built this story up, there's no build up. And there's no, I'm going to retire Seth Rollins. Well, probably going to try to sneak it in there. But there's no retired Seth Rollins. Gunter's supposed to be making people retire. How the hell are you going to have Gunter in there and he's not even making Seth Rollins retire? I don't get it. But I'm going to have to go with Seth Rollins. Because I do not like Gunter. I do not like Gunter. Alright. The WWE Intercontinental Champion, Women's Intercontinental Championship. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. Now, I can't believe that Becky Lynch tried to get Danhausen to curse AJ Lee. And good for Danhausen that he wouldn't do it. That was good. That's ridiculous. This woman is a curse. Anyway. So you know who I'm going with. Fortunately, I can't have a crush on her because he's married to CM Punk. Was on night 2, by the way. So, yeah. But I'm still going to AJ Lee for the window. Alright. WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Oh, my voice just cracked there. The Irresistible Force, Nia Jax, and Last Legend, the tag team champion, and versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Leah Valley. This one is tough, but I'm gonna go with the babyface on this one. I'm not going with the heels. No. And I can't have a crush on Alexa Bliss because her and her husband had a very public anniversary this past week, and everybody had to hear about it. So, but I will cheer for them. So I'm going to cheer for one of these good gals. Either Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, and Lyra Valley. Either one of those babyface, I'm going to cheer for. But the one that has the best shot of being tag team, as far as I'm concerned, is Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. I mean, Bailey had been in a tag team before, but it's not been a long time, and now she paired up with Lyra, and it'll probably, well, stranger things to happen in WWE, but I don't think they'll be tag team champions. Maybe not WrestleMania this year, maybe next year, but I think it's going to go to either. I think it's going to go to Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. All right. The undisputed WWE Championship, and this is the main event for night 1. Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes versus, well, I can't even do the theme song because they even switched it. But Randy Orton, I guess we know who the voices in Randy Orton's head is. Pat McAfee. They ruined this match with Pat McAfee. And he's gonna help defeat Cody Rhodes, help Randy Orton defeat Cody Rhodes. But here's the even better stipulation. Pat McAfee said that if Randy Orton do not come out of WrestleMania out of Las Vegas as the champion, he will never, ever step inside the WWE or back into a WWE ring again. And the crowd was like, "Go home, Pat! Go home, Pat! Go home, Pat!" Yeah, I agree. Woo! Alright. That was horrible what they did. That was horrible. I think they tried to screw Cody Rhodes out of the championship. TKO, what are you doing? Alright. WrestleMania Saturday night 2. I mean Sunday night. Yeah, that was Saturday night. The heck? The last match I did was Saturday night. So technically that could definitely be a Saturday night main event, but it's WrestleMania style. But anyway. That was Sunday night. The 19th. Alright. Omar Farris versus Brock Lesnar. Oh my God, here comes the ESPN the first hour crap again. So people's gonna miss these 2 matches. Oh my God, this is crazy. So Triple H has been coming between Omar and Brock Lesnar when fans that probably might not be able to go see WrestleMania fight, and Triple H is just interrupting them fighting, and Triple H is getting booed, literally booed out of the building every time he interrupts the match. Not the match, but the brawl. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right. Intercontinental Championship ladder match. And again on ESPN the first hour. So there's 2 matches that people are going to miss on the first hour. You have Penta. He's the one that called. He's the champion. He's the one that called for this ladder match. Versus Javon Evans. Versus Dragon Lee. Versus Judgment Day JD Madonna. Versus Rusev. Versus Rey Mysterio. Oh my God. You mean to tell me I got 2 people to possibly win? I got 2 people to cheer for, because I'm definitely not going for any of the heels. But I'm definitely going with either Penta and Rey Mysterio. Okay. They might keep the belt on Penta, probably going towards SummerSlam, probably. But I like also Rey Mysterio chances too. Because he won the title before. And like I said, anything is possible in the WWE. Alright. WWE Women's Championship. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. Now, this one is also questionable because Rhea Ripley, I heard, also been injured. So, and then at the second match, but A lot of people are going to miss the first hour of the match because of crazy ESPN. Oh, but anyway, you gotta buy it. The same thing I said about the writer and the podcast. You gotta buy it out for this. You gotta buy a subscription to that. You gotta buy two for this. You gotta buy two for that. Without WWE, you gotta buy ESPN. You gotta buy I think it's Hulu. Yeah, you gotta buy ESPN. You gotta buy Hulu. That was back in the day. You only had the WWE Network, and it was only $9.95. And there was even some storyline, just like CM Punk would say, lower WrestleMania ticket prices. But anyway, my prediction, if Rhea Ripley is able to compete in that matchup on night 2, I'm going with Mama or Mammy. Mammy, Mama. But you get the point. I'm going with Rhea Ripley. That's what I'm going with. Yeah. All right. The United States Championship. Sami Zayn versus Wolf Dead Trick. Wolf Dead Trick. Wolf Dead Trick. You know what? I kind of like both, even though Trick Williams is a heel. But everybody likes the theme music, so I'm gonna do everybody a favor. I'm gonna do a double down, just like I do with the NFL pickup. Yeah, a double down. What? A double down on WWE? What? Yep, that's right. It's my show. It's my show. Anyway, I'm gonna pick Sami Zayn is the head and Trick Williams is the tail. That's because everybody loves the theme music, even as a heel. Because they get to say, whoa, Dad, Trick! Whoa, Dad, Trick! Whoa, Dad, Trick! Whoa, Dad, Trick! Anyway, alright, let me stop. Okay. Hey! This match will be a mystery. After stupid Dominic Mysterio, and I'm jealous of him, because they're trying to make Dominic Mysterio like my ex Taylor Swift and Travis K. They try to make them like that, but for a wrestling couple. And I have a crush on Liv Morgan. Come on! Come on! So you already know who I'm going to cheer for on this match. But the question is, oh yeah, and another reason, Damien, yeah, Demon Balor. Okay, he used to be Finn Balor, but it's supposed to say here the Demon Balor. Will we get the Demon Balor when he faced Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania? I'm gonna be cheering for Demon Balor, and I hope he does his job and get revenge for me when he kicked the tail off of Dominic Mysterio. Please do your job. Please. Please. Alright. The last match of WrestleMania. And it has been a barn burner. Alright. WWE World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns had the best punchline of the whole War of Words Exchange when he called CM Punk old. But CM Punk had a controversial exchange when he told Roman Reigns that he will bury him next to his father. And that was crazy. That was really crazy. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is night 1 and night 2, the prediction show for WrestleMania. And I do got a heartbreaking update, speaking of my ass, since I had to mention it. Because Dominic Mysterio was on there. And they're trying to make Donna live like my ex Taylor Swift, aka my ex. I had a crush on Taylor Swift, but then it's public real glad it got stolen. This public engagement got so cringy that it's like making me scream. Now I found out from page 6 when and the location, well, maybe not the full location of the wedding. They even already sent out the invitation. Because in page 6, Taylor Swift, according to page 6, and those in the know, my ex, Taylor Swift, and Travis K, the one she gave all of her favorite comments to, just like Liz Morgan was giving all of the favorite comments to him. They're getting married on July 3rd. No! The day before Independence Day in New York City. I thought they were going to be married like in somewhere in the New England states where she lives close by. But no, according to page 6, they are getting married in New York City. Now page 6 is almost like TMZ. Yeah. Or People. So, well, that's the Big D Zone in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and don't keep this to yourself. Tell other citizens to come by. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers about this podcast, and don't forget to vote on the contact element. Description will be down below, and if you're watching from YouTube, like the video, share the video, bam. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Become a citizen. What are you doing? No, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Okay. But anyway, this is Prince DJ of the Big D Zone. I'm going crazy. I'm trying to heal. I'm starving. And we're out. Peace.